miles from the finish line.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and people ask me about this too. You know, I made it to the finish line, and there was a crowd of people there wanting to see me and take pictures and all that. Well, when the snow machiner hit us, there didn't appear to be any physical damage. I took him out of the sled bag. He walked around a little bit, and yeah, he was limping a little bit, like, what the heck just hit me, you know? But he didn't appear to have any broken bones or internal injuries or anything like that. So when I made it to the finish line, my handlers took the team. They went down to the staging area, which was 4 or 5 blocks away. And I stayed at the finish line, mingling with the crowd and what have you. Didn't let anybody know what had happened because I didn't want to ruin their moment, you know. But it was just a few hours later. We had taken him because he had some issues anyway. That's why he was in my sled. And we took him to the house, put him in a kennel, and keep him nice and warm. And I went to bed. I got up about 3 hours later, and he was out of his kennel. His head was just laying on the ground. His tongue was hanging out, and I thought he was gone. And after I got done crying, I made a phone call to the vet, you know, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on with my dog. I said, we got some problems, but you know, by now the story had been out that it had happened, but we didn't still know the severity of the injuries. And you know, not being a vet, I didn't know internal bleeding and whatnot was going on. But yeah, the ski had hit him right in the back, which took one of his discs and just removed it from his backbone into a bunch of little slivers. Those slivers obviously protruded the meat around his back, which it was like sticking, you know, porcupine quills into a piece of meat or something. It was bleeding out every orifice, you know, and obviously swollen up to where they couldn't get an accurate X-ray of his back, which that entitled him going to Seattle for MRIs and CAT scans and all that stuff. Wow. But when he left me in Nome, they told me it was a 50-50 chance that he'd never walk again. They thought he'd be paralyzed, and they carried him, you know, out of the house and put him on the plane and whatnot. And I really thought I'd never see him alive again. You know, so it was very important.